In this lesson, we're going to take a look at how the internet works. Well, let's first start off by asking, what is the internet? The stereotype that people often have is that the internet is something that's in the cloud and is extremely complex. But that is not true. The internet actually is a simple wire that connects different computers to each other. And the internet in this picture would be that big wire in the middle. And one computer can be in India and another one can be in Canada. But some of these computers that are connected to the internet have a special job. These computers are our servants and serve our computer's data when requested. But then what are these computers called? These computers are called servers. Then what are our computers called? They are called clients. An analogy of the web server can be a library. And in this library, it's open 24/7. And we could go ahead and search up, let's say, www.google.com. Well, there are millions of books in this library, but www.google.com is a very specific book. And to get this, it would be extremely difficult. But then, how is this problem solved? Well, here is what the internet would look like in our scenario. Our client is on the bottom left, and let's say that we search up www.google.com. Well, this request will first be sent to the ISP, also known as the Internet Service Provider. And the ISP can be Rogers or Bell. These are some common internet service providers. Well, with this ISP, it's going to go ahead and go to the Domain Name System Server, also known as DNS server. And it's kind of like a phone book. It's going to take our request of www.google.com and it's going to give us a bunch of numbers. Well, what exactly happens with the DNS? So imagine ourselves on the left, which is a client. We search up www.google.com. Well, the request first gets sent to the Domain Name System Server, which is the DNS, and then it'll spit out a bunch of numbers, which is specific to Google. So if you go ahead and search up 216.58.210.46, it will show you Google's home page. So after our domain name system server registers our request, it's gonna go ahead and give us a set of numbers. Well, it's gonna first send back this set of numbers to the ISP, also known as the Internet Service Provider, which is then gonna be sent to the client, which is us. And on our side, we won't see it, but it's gonna search up 216.58.210. So the final steps towards getting Google to load on our homepage would be us sending the numbers back to the ISP, which will send it to the internet. And on the internet, it's going to be sent through the internet backbone to the system server as shown. And in this, our scenario, the system server is going to be Google. As we can see, the address of this system server is 216.58.210.46. And with this request, Google is going to go ahead and start sending all the files that we need to load on our homepage. So it's going to go through the internet backbone, through the ISP, and back to us, which is the client. And on our page, Google will load. Here is an image of how the internet backbone is. It's not a literal backbone, it's a bunch of really big wires running throughout the whole world. And we can see there are multiple wires. And this image was acquired from Submarine Cable Map. And I have also left this on the website for this lesson, and I'll show you how to get to it in a moment. So some real images of the internet backbone include this one, another one here, this one. But how would a computer from the USA connect to a server in London? Well, here's a perfect image. We're in the USA which is a client, and then the servers in London. Well, we're first gonna have to send the request all the way through the internet backbone to London, and then it's gonna get sent all the way back to us in the USA. Well, all this happens in milliseconds. I will now show you on how to see the internet backbone for yourself. So first, open up a new tab and search up gunveer.ca. And then go ahead and click on the web dev section. Go to chapter 1 because that's where we are right now. We're on the introduction to website development. And we're in the second lesson, so we're looking at how the internet works. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see this link over here. If we click on it, now you can see the internet backbone wires. So, congratulations on finishing this lesson. You can now head on to lesson number 3.